Hi friends. Um, so I am recording this super late at night. I'm still in my work uniform and everything because I don't know. I just got home and wanted to sit around and not have to change or anything, but I'm gonna have to eventually get in my pajamas and go to bed even though I don't want to. But I do work tomorrow too, so I kind of have to at some point. Um, But anyway, instead of writing like I probably should be doing, I'm procrastinating and wanted to record a vlog of my reaction of the next Steven Universe episode because I seem to keep falling behind more and more on that series. Like, really, how often does that show air exactly? Because, like, oh my god, they just like mass added a bunch of episodes to the site that I'm watching the show on. But anyway, so this episode that I just got done watching is called Serious Steven. And I like this episode because it focuses on my favorite of the gems, which is Garnet. I frickin' love Garnet. I mean, everything about Garnet is awesome. So, yeah, basically, Steven decides that he wants to go on a mission with the gems, and so they take him along, and Pearl is being her usual worrywart person. Amethyst is teasing Steven as usual, and Garnet's just being all cool because Garnet's cool. And, yeah, so they enter this temple that looks like a triangle, and inside the temple there's another little triangle thingy. And I'm not sure if it's supposed to be like a joke about Illuminati or if it's like kind of referencing the Fifth Element, because weren't the things in the temple triangle shaped, but also kind of like it's not a cylinder if it's got a triangle on both ends, but you know, like not flat like a triangle. I can't. It's not a pyramid either because it's like two triangles and then a long centerpiece. Whatever. You know what I mean. So I just forget what it's called. And of course, there will be a bunch of people in the comments probably reminding me what it's called, but you know, your comments are totally not needed because I'm most likely going to look it up as soon as I'm done recording this video because otherwise it'll bother me. So anyway, yeah, they get trapped in this room and they decide to try to figure out how to get out of there. And Pearl's like, okay, me and Steven are gonna stay here because it's safe, blah blah blah. And Steven's like, no, I don't want to do that. I want to go help and do useful stuff. And Pearl's like, I don't know. And then Garnet's like, well, he can come with me. I'll keep him safe, blah blah blah. And Steven like tells Pearl to put him down, and Pearl's voice actress is really good because I love how like quiet and meek she got when she was like, oh, of course, and like, oh, it was so adorable. But yeah. So basically this episode should have been called Garnet is a Boss because like every single room they go in, Garnet saves them. Like, okay, first there's this fire pit thing. Steven is about to fall into it, and Garnet leaps and catches him, and she, like, slams her foot into the rock, and, it just looks awesome. And then in this other room, they had these spikes on the ceiling that were gonna crush them, but she has her gauntlet thingies and, like, punching them up again. It's so awesome. Garnet is amazing. Amazing. But I love her character too because even when Steven was like kind of messing around, she was like, you might trigger a trap with that gun show, and like, oh, she's so nice and so cool, you know? It's just the best of both worlds. I love Garnet. She's awesome. And even when he's like kind of messing around, she doesn't yell at him. She does like gentle scolding where she's like, I don't think that's the best idea right now, as she's like trying to save their lives. I don't know. I just really appreciate that she doesn't like lose her temper or anything, if Garnet even has a temper. I mean, haven't really seen her get mad yet, but you know, maybe that's a good thing because she kicks ass already, so if she ever got mad, it would probably be a very bad thing. Um, but I like how earlier in the episode, Pearl was like, it's gonna be the teacups all over again, and I was like, what the heck is that? I want to know what she's talking about, this thing with the teacups. And then it's brought up again later in the episode. Steven has sort of a PTSD-esque like flashback of this teacup ride, and he got sick and he decided to jump off the ride before the ride ended, and he hit the guy who was controlling the ride, and the ride breaks apart. And oh, sorry, like I said, it's late at night. Like, a lot of people fell off the ride, but it didn't look like anyone was seriously hurt, because the people who fell in the ocean surfaced immediately, and the other teacups like hit buildings and stuff and destroyed them, but everyone looked okay, so I guess it's not a huge problem. But yeah, Steven got banned from the amusement park, so sad day. At least from all of the rides. He might still be able to do like the little mini games for prizes and stuff like that. I don't know. It's ambiguous. All they really said in the episode was, Steven, you're banned from every ride forever, so maybe that means he can still do the games? I don't know. But, yeah. I really like how the teacups thing was addressed. It was a really nice callback to earlier in the episode, and was pretty cool. And after Steven like wakes back up from his crazy flashback, oh my goodness, he was like, oh wow, we made it. And Garnet's like, I carried you across while you were napping. And then I love like the split-second blush effect that happens on Steven's face when he gets embarrassed from being accused of napping. It's just like, napping, and then like 1 second goes away. I don't know. I thought it was a nice little touch. Very subtle, but noticeable. I don't know. But anyway, so I think it was episode 3 or 4. There was another episode before where Steven's like smarts and creativity kind of paid off for the mission and everything. That sort of happened again here. Steven figured out the secret of this maze labyrinth type place, and he figured out that it was basically like the teacup ride, and that's why he felt sick and everything, because the rooms are all spinning. So, interesting little twist there. I like it a lot. And it was really cool. First of all, Garnet punching the floor through was pretty cool. But now, after that, and the floor crumbles away, it like opens up to reveal this huge like hub of little triangles, and they're all sort of floating in midair and being controlled by this gem that's down in the center. I just thought it was some really cool visuals. Kind of reminded me a little bit of oh, what is it? It's something from an anime where there's like a core and then there's a bunch of like rectangles that are like pink and they circle it kind of like an atom. That's gonna fuck me. Now I have two things to look up when I'm done with this. I'm sorry, it's late at night and it was a long day, so my mind's not really working as well as it should be, but what are you gonna do? But anyway, so yeah, really cool looking visuals, and I like how Steven's smarts pay off again. It needs to happen more often, because, then you really feel like he's contributing something. Because he can't really fight very well, but, he can figure stuff out, like puzzles and things like that. But anyway, so this episode was really cool. I liked it a lot. The only thing is, I wouldn't say the episode was ruined by the ending, but the ending certainly made this episode lose some points with me personally. At the end, Steven sings a song with his ukulele, and then the butterflies attack him because he's covered with strawberry juice. Okay. For one thing, that joke is not very funny. It was used earlier in the episode, and it wasn't really that funny the first time, and then you're repeating it, and that's making it less funny. And the other thing is, I'm sick of ukuleles, okay? They're used in, like, everything now. They were in Adventure Time, and Adventure Time was popular. So everyone decided to put ukuleles in their frickin' cartoons, and I'm sick of it, okay? Enough with the ukuleles. There are other instruments, okay? Maybe use, like, a cello, or a harmonica, or something. Like, enough with the ukuleles. But anyway, that's just a personal preference for me. Yeah. Felt the ending was kind of dumb. But the rest of the episode was really cool. I liked that Steven and Garnet got some more screen time together, because I feel like most of the screen time has been with Amethyst and Pearl. Pearl being like a bossy mother type, and Amethyst to like screw around with, basically. So yeah, I'm glad that Steven and Garnet got to have more time together. And Garnet seems like probably the best guardian out of the three. Like, she still has the protective side that is needed to, keep him safe and stuff. But then she's also okay with him screwing around and having fun, which I feel like Pearl isn't so much about the fun. And yeah, Amethyst isn't that great at the protection thing, because even Pearl said in the episode that she did not want Steven to go with Amethyst because that was a disaster waiting to happen. So that's why Garnet was like, yeah, Steven can come with me. So, and Pearl was okay with that. So that means Pearl actually recognizes that Garnet is a good guardian. So, yeah. But anyway, those are my thoughts on this one. And it was good, I'm still waiting for that one episode to, like, completely blow me away, kind of like, how that episode of Adventure Time, I think it's called I Remember You, that one blew me away, and so I'm kind of waiting for an episode of Steven Universe to blow me away, because everyone's saying about how good it is, and I just feel like I haven't gotten there yet. But, I mean, it's still enjoyable to watch, don't get me wrong. Like, every time Garnet does her badassery thing, I'm like, yeah! So, like, I still get into it. I'm just waiting for, like, that raw, emotional, like, thing. I don't know. I'm tired. Anyway, so yeah, that was my thoughts on this one, and got nothing else to say, so I guess I'll see you in the next one. Bye! I'm going to bed.